My question is for Ishant Srivastav. What does it mean to be a complete person, and how has the school's initiatives and teachings helped him to embody this ideal and raise his consciousness level to combat life's challenges?
Being a complete person at such an active age can be seen through two lenses: being a complete student and a conscious citizen of our country. For me, being a complete student means to strive for balance and excellence in all spheres of life: physical, vital, mental, and most importantly, spiritual. As Swami Vivekanand ji rightly said, you have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. In fact, there is no other teacher but your own soul, reinstating that the effort to evolve has to be made by us and us only. Now, our school has been instrumental in helping me embrace the ideals of an integral personality. If asked to point out, I would say that the clubs of our school have been an impetus in my character development. For example, when I was a member of the social awareness clubs, we went to regular visits to old age homes and rehab centers, which were crucial in imbibing the learnings which revolve around the core values of humility, compassion, and a global perspective. Now, when such an environment is created within the four walls of our school, a child is bound to excel, upholding the philosophy of our school that man is a transitional being and that he is not final. Now, interacting with learned personalities and taking part in events like Model United Nations and debates inculcates critical thinking and a global perspective also. Moreover, as a member of the student council of our school, I've learned that leadership does not only limit itself to authority. Moreover, it is more about listening to others and inspiring others. Now, when we connect the dots, when we serve selflessly, and when we strive for excellence, we not only emerge as a better individual, but also as a responsible and conscious citizen of our country, which is the need of the hour for the future of Bharat.
Which specific school practices have you embraced to refine your mental, physical, vital, and spiritual being?
Vande Matram. I don't see these physical, vital, mental as distinct from each other. Rather, I see them in unison. Thus, I talk about overall development. Our school has got many practices that helped me develop. The most important for me is the coming of guest speakers and guests to guide us. I remember in 2019 my first interaction with Ambassador Vora, a person of that stature. I was awestruck, but despite his stature, he made me feel so easy. These are the qualities that we learn from such great people. I remember seeing Ram Ki Shakti Puja and Prem Ramayan, great pieces of literature, helped me develop my vital and my overall self. I can go on and on. There were a number of guests that influenced me, General Chaturvedi, General Vahi, but I'll have to stop somewhere. I cannot stop before mentioning about the 2-minute silence that we practice. It has helped me immensely. I get ready for the next period. I calm myself down and I can recapitulate whatever I have learned. There are many practices of school that have helped me become what I am. And the most important amongst them is giving us the best guides, the gurus, as Sudhanshuji rightly mentioned. And I'm thankful to the school for giving me the best gurus that I could have asked for. Thank you.
What teachings or beliefs from the Bhagavad Gita do you think are particularly relevant to today's youth?
Thank you, Arpita, for your question. The Bhagavad Gita, indeed a timeless text, gives practical wisdom not only to individuals but especially for today's youth. Unlike other scriptures which originated in serene, secluded settings, the Bhagavad Gita descended on a chaotic battlefield. Arjun, the receiver of the Gita, does not only asking questions, particular questions, and seeking for his specific answers, but he is struggling through his universal human condition, through an existential crisis. Sri Krishna, through various lenses, gives various forms of self-knowledge. That resonates with today's individuals.
How has being a part of the Gita classes, which are a part of the school's endeavor,
transformed your approach or perspective towards life?
School has been instrumental in fostering a deeper understanding of the Gita in me. Through its various programs, such as spiritual retreats, we have got the opportunity to interact with scholars of various fields, which deepened my understanding and gave me more perspectives to look at life. Moreover, with Anjali ma'am's initiative and with the dedication of our Sanskrit teachers, Gita classes have been running in our school past 6 years. Additionally, several addresses and sessions by scholars, eminent people, gave me broad perspective. I am truly, truly grateful for this institution for inspiring me to walk on the path of conscious transformation.
Saransh, in our schools, Sanskrit is regarded as the Dev Bhasha. How do you think learning Sanskrit has deepened your understanding of spirituality?
Sanskrit is not just a communicative language. Rather, it is scientific and spiritual in its essence. Learning Sanskrit has enabled me to understand the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the verses of the Gita without translations, allowing me to directly connect with the seers. See, a language carries the culture in itself. Sanskrit has opened doors to the vast ancient wisdom literature of India for me. Dev Bhasha has introduced me to inspiring Upanishadic stories such as those of Shvetketu and Nachiketa, as well as profound verses of the Vedas, which collectively contributed in my personal growth.
How have the Gita classes, which are integral to the school's philosophy, have contributed to your personal growth and overall development?
Thank you for your question, Drati. Gita classes was a major turning point in my life. I would like to mention one shlok to prove its importance. Yetve tadabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarva jnana vimudhanstan viddhi nashtana chetasa. It simply means a person who is not conscious is not alive. When you chance upon these verses, these simple yet profound statements, you are bound to ponder upon them. You are bound to ponder upon the questions which are really existential, like who am I? What is life? Koham. Gita classes have invoked those questions in me, and I would like to thank my school for organizing such classes for me.
Is there any specific philosophy or teaching that you have learned from the school's Gita classes that has deeply influenced your perspective on life?
My journey with Gita began when I was in class 6. As I'm growing, the meaning of the Gita is also evolving with me. Initially, when I started reading Gita, I found as if my life was speaking to me. The Gita is not just a book, but the essence of life which each one of us calls for. In Gita, Arjun also faced problems, conflicts, and was emotional about what to do and what not to do. I too find these problems in my life, the very same tendencies like moha, krodh, bhai, irisha. But what I admire about Arjunji is how innocently he accepts that yes, I have these problems. He was honest with himself and open to seek light. And at the end, he received the wisdom of the Gita. And he himself says at the end of the Gita that Nashto Moha Smriti Labdha. I have learned to accept, to be honest about why am I doing something. What is that fundamental need, that fundamental want that drives me to do anything? Gita has given me questions. What is life? The way I am living, is it the final way? Or there is something more to do? So I think living with these questions in itself is a journey. Just be honest with yourself and whatever you are doing.
How has your consistent and conscious effort in refining your PVM and spiritual being shaped your journey? And has any school practice helped you overcome any challenge of your life?
Thank you for the question. My biggest challenge was that I was quite lazy, but everything changed when I was introduced to the personal transformation project. It was a true turning point. I realized how important it is to be physically healthy to lead a balanced life. With this awareness, I began taking regular walks, practicing yoga, and making conscious efforts to transform myself into a healthier and more disciplined individual. Anjali ma'am's example of generosity further inspired me to cultivate empathy and kindness, values that are the heart of Navsrijan. I would like to share a brief incident from Ramayana, which was taught to us in our English class, integrated with values. So, when the Vanasena was building the bridge to Lanka, a small squirrel contributed to do its bit with tiny pebbles. The Vanasena mocked the squirrel for its tiny efforts. But Ramji explained that it is not the outcome, but the inner feelings of helpfulness and dedication that matters. No matter how small your contribution is, it is valued when done with love and dedication. This reflects Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family where every being, big or small, has an important place and can raise universal consciousness. Here in Nafsrijan, I also got several opportunities to participate in inter-school events, which made me a confident person and enhanced my oratory skills as well.
Icha Didi, what is your aspiration in life?
I have learned gratitude and paying back to the society from Anjali ma'am, as she has done it by incubating Nafsrijan. Even I wish to give back to the society by initiating and starting a school for disabled children and work towards transforming their lives. Because I feel that is one sector of the society which is still being neglected by many.
Could you share what inspired you to embark on your spiritual journey and helped you approach daily challenges with an Adhyatmic perspective?
About 2 years ago, I noticed a lot of negativity in myself, jealousy, aggression, and a negative attitude. I felt fed up and began to question, why am I like this? I got a chance to attend the spiritual retreat, a great initiative by Anjali ma'am, where I learned that the transformation of our being happens on 3 levels: physical, vital, and mental. It is basically developing your PVM, which means to develop certain divine aspects as a choice to transform these aspects to become that luminous being. These aspects are wisdom, light, strength, power, harmony, love, and perfection, bliss. Therefore, the physical, vital, and mental must be nurtured harmoniously around our psychic core. It changed my perspective, and I would like to narrate an incident. Once upon receiving my answer sheet, I noticed that the teacher had given me more marks than I deserved. I honestly informed the teacher because spirituality is deeply rooted in living with honesty and integrity, which I learned in the spiritual retreat. Later, my quest led me to Gita classes held in school, where I learned this shlok. Veda vinashina nityam yaena majamavyayam katham sapudushav partha kanghat yati hantikam. Which taught me not to fear failure, insult, or what others would say, as these are temporary and do not define my true essence.
How are you going to support your juniors for whom you can be a medium to their spiritual journey?
In Student's Companion, the mother says, there is a genius within every one of us. We don't know it. We must find the way to make it come out. Keeping this in consideration, we started the Spirituality Club to help unveil the hidden potential of the juniors who want to know the meaning of life, who want to explore life. To get into it is very difficult, but once you get into it, nothing is difficult. My aim is that my juniors should understand the deeper joy that spirituality offers rather than temporary satisfaction.
How has your spiritual journey unfolded? And has it helped you find deeper solution to your challenges?
When I was a child, I came across some spiritual books that made me question about life and death. I attended the spiritual retreat, found answers to my queries, and then I received the greatest gift of my life, the knowledge from Gita. Immense gratitude to Anjali ma'am for these life-changing initiatives. During the Gita classes, I have learned a shlok, Senayore bhayor madhye ratham sthapaya mechata, where Arjun requested Sri Krishna to take the rath in the center of the two armies so that he can take the right decision and unbiased one. Recently, I faced a situation where I had to take a decision crucial for my future and education. It was whether I should continue at Nafsrijan with the NIOS board or switch to another board. After reflecting deeply, I consciously chose to continue my education at Navsrijan, where my growth finds its true path, proving to be both a wise and fulfilling decision. Another shlok, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalehe dhurbu mate sangostva karmani, teaches us to prioritize our work, not the outcome. Earlier, I was studying just to earn marks, but Gita classes transformed me. Now, I study to gain knowledge. It has broadened my horizon, and I'm consciously making an effort to transform myself.
You mentioned that Navshijan has provided you with a foundation in spirituality. How would you share your wisdom with your juniors?
Yes, my school has given me so much, including spiritual knowledge. I have read the books like Student's Companion, Aim of Life 1 and 2, Sunlit Path. Presently, I am reading Savitri by Sri Aurobindo. This vision led me to start the Spirituality Club. We have begun our journey here by reading the Student's Companion together. My favorite excerpt is Become What You're Doing. Here the mother explains, if a painter fully immerses himself in his art, becoming the tool, subject and colors, he can create a masterpiece. But if he remains self-conscious, the painting will lack depth and vitality. Also, I would like to mention my favorite place in the school, the meditation room. It is a place where I can reflect upon myself and find peace, something that stays with me the whole day.